Welcome back to Piney Grove, folks. Deb here, and today we're going to work on this brush pile again. Brad already started working on it a little bit last weekend when I was gone. We're going to finish this up today and hopefully clear a couple other piles that we have using the Summit and the dump trailer, which we're very excited and more excited to use the Grapple. I had a little bit of practice on the Grapple last weekend, but not that much. So hopefully Brad will turn that over to me and let me practice a little more. So speaking of Brad, I hear him cranking up the tractor. Stay tuned. Yeah, he's already really comfortable with that. Last time he used this, he used the excavator too. Today, no excavator, no precious, all Summit equipment, which we're really enjoying. It's very maneuverable. And I'm probably in the way, but look at that, it's like a dinosaur. I like it.
What's up guys, Brad here from Piney Grove, and today we're going to be using the Summit TX25 tractor with the LX85 loader and also the Summit Grapple to move a brush pile. But in addition, we're also going to be using their DTX 1.5, and 1.5 stands for 1.5 tons, dump trailer. So I got one branch in there, and also Miss Piney Grove is going to be doing a little grappling. Hold on, let me bring her on camera.
I told the good folks when I started this video that you didn't know that I was hoping you would give me a chance at it, but looks like you are going to give me a chance at it, and I'm going to get to grapple.
We've got to move this pile here because this is where the new pole barn is getting built for the Summit tractor and all the Summit attachments and implements. That's the goal today, and I've already been told by Deb that all the things I have planned for today, because I have other things planned as well to clean up this area, she said I might be a little bit too ambitious with what I'm trying to accomplish. The biggest thing is get this pile moved and then maybe move some of those piles there in the background as well. So why did you say that's a little too ambitious, Deb?
Because you have grandiose ideas, which is wonderful, but we have a limited amount of time. So I hope we're able to get it all done, but I do think that sometimes you forget how long things take. Load number 2. Tractor's super quiet. It's a lot quieter than our previous tractor. And although he probably should be wearing hearing protection just because, he doesn't really need it. I'm not standing far from it at all, and I don't feel like I need to cover my ears, which is the case with some equipment. So yeah, he's using this Grapple like he's had one forever. Not the case. And it's nothing like the excavator. It'll be interesting to see how many loads this pile of brush is, because it doesn't look that big until you start grabbing it. And this little dump trailer holds a lot. It's like a big man version of the claw game, except you're getting work done while you're having fun.
I have a lot of experience with a Grapple. In fact, this is only my second day using it at all. And what I found is there's two different ways that you can use a Grapple. You can come over the top like that little arcade game or that thing in front of Walmart where you try to get a fuzzy bear. You can come over top and try and drop and clamp. But I find that I really can't get too much that way because I expect kind of like a bucket that I can completely fill the Grapple. And you got to be a little bit more patient with a Grapple because a lot of things fall through. And if you clamp on, say, a big stump like I did there in that footage, then the little stuff falls through the teeth. So the way that I found to get the most use out of the Grapple or get the most full Grapple is come in like you're using your bucket in a gravel pile. Come in low and push into the pile. I got the tractor in low gear, 4-wheel drive, and kind of hold into the pile with your Grapple like this. And then as you lift up with your boom, then take the top of your clamshell of your Grapple and grab it. And that way I can get more of a full Grapple and fill the trailer quicker. And in that last segment there where the tires came off the ground, there was actually a hidden log in here, and the hydraulics on this tractor are so strong, it's easy to lift up on the loader, and that makes the back end of the tractor tilt. Even though the tractor has filled tires, it's got rim guard in the rear tires, which adds another 300 pounds of weight. You still just have to be conscious of what the tractor is doing.
Ooh, there's the log. I didn't expect that. I thought he was just going to grab that little one. I didn't realize that that big one is going to be in his bite. That might be time to dump the trailer. He thinks it's time to dump the trailer too. She's full for sure.
No matter how careful you try to be, you're always going to have stuff that wants to fall off the trailer. This trailer has just been really, really handy the couple times we've used it. So many people have commented on our Facebook and our YouTube as we showed this trailer in some pictures and in some other videos, and they're like, you know, we couldn't be without our Grapple. It's the most useful tool that we have, or implement or attachment on our tractor. And we definitely can see the usefulness of it. I'm just not real efficient with it yet.
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. I think given that it's only been twice that you've used it, you are much more efficient than you think you are.
Deb is a pretty good fan. We got some top fans on Facebook, or at least that's what Facebook calls them, because they interact with us and comment a lot. But Deb did pretty good there. I might give her top fan for the day.
Because I stroked the ego?
Because you support your husband.
I do support my husband.
But definitely leave a comment down below if you like what you're seeing here. If you have any questions about the Summit tractor or the Summit attachments, not only are we looking at the comments and trying to bring you guys answers, but also the Summit company will be looking at those comments. They're always looking to improve. They're always looking for feedback, and a good place to do it is in our comments down below. We got to go all the way across the pasture to our compost pile. All right, she hasn't dropped anything yet. What's going to be interesting to see is how Deb backs his trailer up. She hasn't really backed anything up that I know of with my truck or a tractor. This is the thing that good marriages are made of. There she goes. She got a good start. She's getting more and more comfortable with tractors and equipment, and it's just one of those things that takes time in the seat to get used to it. So for all you husbands out there, fellow landowners, get your wife involved. I think she's loving it more and more the more she gets involved, instead of just watching me do it or having me direct her in what to do. There you go. You're doing good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Straighten out. Start just, there you go. Come on. Because it's a short tongue trailer, it wants a jackknife. So you just go slow, and as you see it cutting too far one way or the other, you just cut it back the other way. I don't know how else to explain it. It's kind of like the excavator with all the controls going on with that. If I tried to teach her or tell her what to do, it's probably just going to confuse her. She just kind of has to get a feel for when, you know, she turns the tractor tires one way, the trailer goes the opposite way.
Oh, and I
That's
forgot
fine.
to...
That's fine.
That's what happens when you get off it and you don't put it in neutral and put the parking brake on. See that? I know what I did wrong. That takes some getting used to. So I have never backed a trailer of any type, a boat trailer, a camper, anything. And I know it's backwards. I also know that he wants to get this pile cleaned out today. Probably need to practice backing up by myself and just get the feel for it. And I know all you people out there that use campers and boats and all that, that was ridiculous. And I agree with you, that was ridiculous. I'm a little disappointed in myself, but again, I don't want him waiting on me today, because we do have a lot we want to get done. One day, I'm gonna be zipping around, backing up with the trailer and dumping without any assistance and without any painful awkwardness, I hope. He's been backing up tractors and campers and boats his whole life.
Deb's right. I've been doing this literally my whole life as far as backing things up, and that certainly doesn't make me a pro. I've jackknifed my share of trailers. All right, Deb's gonna dump her first load. All right, so on the right-hand side here, we have two levers. This does the 3-point hitch. That goes up and down the 3-point hitch. And this lever right here is a canceling hydraulic lever. And by canceling, it means you have to hold it to make it work. And with this trailer, you hold it and the cylinder will extend, and then it holds, the cylinder stays in place until you move the handle the other way. So Deb's gonna dump it, we'll demonstrate. There you go.
Oh, Yeah, oh, that is smooth. Oh, that is so smooth. Look at that.
Okay, you're good?
That is so smooth.
And now,
I need to pull forward.
and now what you do is you pull forward and it'll dump it out. And look, Bella has joined her on the tractor.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay, that was your first dump trailer experience.
Well, the dump trailer is super cool. I can't believe how smooth it is. It is really, really smooth. The mechanism was really smooth. I just need to learn how to back up.
This is why we don't get anything done. Between moving the camera, swapping out operators, chasing Bella. There we go, I guess.
It's a quick process to disconnect and reconnect this dump trailer, it really is. But I can see how having the excavator to load it and then drive the tractor off with the dump trailer is quicker. And if I were proficient at backing up, we could probably do this even faster, but as just proven, I'm not proficient at backing up, so we're gonna keep doing it this way, but one day I will be. You really don't know what you're grabbing when you go in to grab a bite. You might get little limbs, you might get part of a tree trunk. He's just playing a game of stack it where you can grab it.
So Deb's trying her hand at the grapple, and what I told her to do was put it on the ground and come in like you're trying to scoop gravel or dirt and get some debris inside the bottom jaw and then try to collapse or close the top jaw on top of it. But what I found is when you think you have a full grapple and you tighten it down really tight, that there's a log or something big in there that stops the jaws from closing, and then you have a gap in your grapple and the small stuff falls out. So there's quite a bit of finesse, there's quite a bit of practice that's required before you become really proficient at this. The best way I've found is to come in like that, and then once you get this bottom part full, clamp down. And that all sounds very easy, but it's not, and it's humbling. I'll be 100% honest, it's humbling, just like Deb. You can see the look on her face. She thought she had a full grapple, but she has an empty grapple. I'm very practiced on a tractor, and Deb's decent as well, but when you get a new implement or a new attachment, you gotta learn it, you gotta practice, you've gotta put some hours in the seat until you get really good at it. And the whole time that you're working with a grapple, you've got some other things going on, like all those sticks you don't want going through the front of your tractor and puncturing your radiator. One thing that's really nice about this tractor is she got two. She's like, hey, look, I got two. But it's quiet. I got it idling now, but even when it's revved up, it's really quiet. And when we're doing, extensive loader work, when it's revved all the way up, we'll wear hearing protection, but the transmission's quiet compared to my Kubota tractor. The hydrostatic transmission in Kubota tractors are known to whine. It's just what they do. They're very loud. And between that and they have emissions on them, so you got to keep them above 2,000 RPM or else you'll clog your DPF. Our Kubota L3901 is a lot louder and you have to wear hearing protection with it. This one you can idle. You won't hurt the engine idling it because it doesn't have any emissions that you'll clog with the soot. It's quieter to use in that respect. All right, she's about to drop it. Hopefully she drops it in the trailer. So this part is tricky because you got to make sure that you're over top of the trailer, and as you're lowering it down, the self-leveling loader changes the angle. So you just, I would drop it there. Yeah, it stayed. Whoa. You're fine, you hit wood. All right, now back up so you're not over the trailer. Another thing you got to be careful with all those functions going on when you're over top of the trailer, you don't want to do any motions that are unexpected and drop that grapple on the trailer and bend it. So I try to do my business over top of the trailer and then back up away from it and then do my adjustments for my next bite. You can learn it quickly. She's showing us right here. In 2 tries, she got 2 sizable logs on the trailer. The problem she's running into is what I was running into earlier, is you get in the pile and there's 8 and 10 foot long logs in there, and you think you have a bunch of small stuff, and you grab one of those long ones and it's stuck deep in the pile, and the tractor hydraulics are strong enough that when you go to pick it up, it can't pick up this weight, so the back end of the tractor lifts up. So that's what I'm talking about. You'll see there's a piece of firewood that she's clamped, and she can't tell it from the tractor seat, so she can't close her jaws, and she doesn't know why. Well, she's got that piece of firewood there, and the rest of her grapple is wide open, and it won't hold anything. Now, as you go into the pile, take your handle and pull it towards you and kind of lift your grapple as you go in the pile. And then once you're in there, stop, hit your brake to stop, and then try to clamp what you got and try not to get any more. And that might be a good load right there. Go ahead and clamp it all the way. That's what you got to do. You can't go for a full bite. Come into the pile. Won't do it anymore. Lift it up and curl your bucket a little. All right, now try to clamp that. Now clamp it. You got it. You got it. There's a 4x4 in there.
This dog. I did a lot better once Brad gave me the tutorial. I really thought that I could figure it out, but the angles that I was going for and the angles that he's already figured out, they didn't match up. But there's a lot going on. It's cool and I love it, and my depth perception's also squirrely too. He kept telling me to come forward on the trailer, and I thought I'm gonna miss it. So had he not been there to spot me, I would have probably dumped it too far this way. So I do like it. It's smooth, but there's a learning curve for sure.
We've just about got this all cleaned up, and now the site for this pole barn is all cleaned up, and the last load of debris and dirt is in the Summit trailer. We've got a lot of work done. This pile was 9 pine trees that we took down, plus some other debris stacked this tall. So I can say after 2 days of using that tractor, it's starting to feel more natural to me, and I'm getting things done a lot smoother and a lot more efficient. At first, I wasn't very efficient because I'm used to a different brand of tractor, a Kubota. We have a L3901 38 horsepower tractor. And now after 2 full days of working the Summit tractor, it's starting to feel more natural to me. It's starting to feel like I know where the center of gravity is. I'm starting to know where its limitations are. Now, talking about grapples, I certainly am not a pro at grapple, but I feel so much better with it now. 2 days after using it, I was able to clean up all of this pile and even back rake with the grapple, and very little manual labor. Like, we've only picked up 3 or 4 sticks by hand. The rest has been done with the tractor. So I think that's a big win. And speaking of wins, I just heard Miss Piney Grove roll up behind me.
Well, initially I was going to photobomb him, but I did earlier.
So what were your thoughts about the tractor, and what do you think about the way the job looks now?
I think it looks amazing. As I always say, he does an amazing job. It really got a lot done in just a little bit of time. I went into the folks' house to help them. I like the grapple. I love the dump trailer. I need to get better at both of it, but it's so handy. It was just so handy. Like we've said, we wouldn't have been able to do this if it weren't for that grapple and the dump trailer. So big win.
But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. We sure appreciate you watching. If you're interested in this tractor, it's part of a partnership with Summit Tractors. So check out summittractors.com and also summittractorattachments.com. We'll put all the information down below, and maybe this is the tractor for you. And I also want to add that we don't get paid to make these videos, but Summit Tractors does give a portion of every sale to veterans. So every tractor that's sold, they write a check to a veterans organization, and we think that's really huge. But until the next one, y'all take care out there, and remember, life's short.
Be kind.
And tractor hard.
Take care.